Well, happy eclipse season, everyone. What is up, everyone? Hello. Lord. Shit is happening. Shifts are happening. Big shifts. If you notice that during this time, you are noticing greater shifts within yourself, your community, and around you, well, happy eclipse season. Ugh. If you want to learn more about eclipses, you can visit my astrology YouTube channel where I explain that in greater depth. So it'll be in the description box below. You can check that out. But anyway, I wanted to bring up a subject. I have been really reintegrating. I don't know if I would call it reintegrating, but I've been integrating, and there have been shifts and changes, and yeah, I'm kind of in a space of really grounding right now. But I figured it would be good to document and talk about some of the things that I have been grounding and realizing and stuff like that. The first thing is I have been definitely... Ooh, this is really shaky today. Sorry, guys. But I have been really grounding in some things about my relationship with God that is important to talk about. And it has to do with listening to God about when to do certain things that you feel like you would like to do. For example, I'll just use my most recent thing as an example for you. And yeah, so what essentially happened was I have my soul sister and her twin flame, Josh and Lacey. They're coming in town sometime, within the next month or so, most likely. And I needed to get a sleeper couch for my apartment so they could have a place to sleep. I've been needing to get one for a little while now anyway, because my family is eventually going to come in town as well, so I need it for multiple uses. I also figured that I could use it as a studio couch to record videos on for my channel. So anyway, when I decided to get the couch, lately I have been impatient. So what that means is I want something and then I just choose to go get it. And I don't really wait and listen to God to really tell me when it is the right time, right? So what ended up happening was, because I wanted the couch now, some things happened where my bank account wasn't necessarily 100% ready yet to go through the thing, so I had to, I went to IKEA, right? And I actually knew which exact couch I wanted, because I already had looked it up online. And I didn't want to get it delivered because I wanted it now. So what I did was I went to Home Depot and I just rented a truck, because it's a big enough couch thing where no way it's gonna fit in my car. So I went to rent a truck, and the deposit was like $150, and I had like $650 in my bank account. And today, this was yesterday, when I was doing all of this, and then today I was actually scheduled to like get paid, but I didn't want to wait until today. So, I made the deposit, I got the truck, I went all the way to IKEA, and I did check beforehand that they had the couch that I wanted in stock there, and I went to pay, and this couch was a $500 couch. So it was a pretty like average couch, not like a high-end couch. Those are at least $1,000, if not a couple thousand. So for a relatively nice and appropriate couch that not only looks nice and is pretty decent to chill on, it pulls out to like a nice size, like queen mattress size pull-out bed. So it was perfect, for what I needed, and it wasn't too expensive. It wasn't like an outrageous price where it'd be like, okay, well, that's just not an appropriate price for like what I need right now. So the couch was perfect. And so, I go there, and I'm walking, like through the aisles to the very end, and like when I basically got there, it was really close to closing time. So it was like, they close at 9. So yeah, I was there at like 8:30, like getting it all figured out. But anyway, as I was walking through, to get to the very end and to pull out that inventory, with their big room with all the boxes and the inventory and all that stuff. As I was walking through, I was processing it, and I was like, oh crap, tax. So like if tax didn't exist, I would be able to essentially afford, both the deposit, right, for the truck, and then the couch. And it turns out I was $27 short. So I had this truck, and I rented it out and everything, and because I didn't want to wait one day, I had to like partially purchase the couch and then come back this morning to get it, and pay a little bit more for my truck that I rented, because I was impatient. If I were to have listened to God at the time, it would have made loads more sense to just do it today, because I would have, gotten paid, and I would have had more than enough in my bank account to make the purchase, no problem, with the deposit and everything. So that's just one example, but I've had a couple of things like that recently where, like, I really want to do this thing and I want to do it now, or I really want to get this thing, so I really want to get it now. But it's not compassionate to just trailblaze and do it without consulting with God, because there's always a correct way to do something. Not that things are like correct or incorrect. What I'm mainly talking about is there are ways to do things that are 100% in alignment with God, and then there are things where it's not 100% in alignment with God, and so it's going to make it much harder to do those things. It can bring up things that are just unnecessary, like unnecessary issues. And so that is what I have been going through with all of that. Yeah. So consult with God. What else? I really think that that's it. But yeah, that is it for now. Thanks. Talk to you later.